What's going on, guys? Dr. Matt here, host of the Rocks Lab podcast. I'm with another special guest today, Abby Burton. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks for joining us. We just had Nick on, your co-owner over at
Yes,
Involve. So excited to chat with you today. And
likewise.
just off air, we are just talking. You're just coming from your other job, your second job, maybe your first job.
Yeah. Yeah, so my kind of like my first career, first profession, I'm an attorney, graduated law school in 2019 and became a co-owner of Evolve in 2024. So have been doing both of those for the past like 2 years or so.
You're like being a lawyer isn't enough. I need to take on a little more.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. I never thought that I would do something like this. I I played sports growing up. I liked working out. I did kind of like all kinds of different group fitness classes. And I moved to Philly to work at the Third Circuit Court of Appeals here in the city, which was supposed to be like a 2 year position, and then I was going to move out of the city. I walked into Evolve as a member, started working out there, and like completely fell in love with it. Fell in love with the gym, the programming, the community, fitness, like functional fitness, and then kind of like fell into the ownership role a little bit just through getting close with Nick and Fairlane, who's our other business partner. And initially, when we started talking about you joining, I was like, I have a really demanding full-time job already. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but it felt right and like something I was passionate about. So I kind of ended up doing it. And here we are 2 years later,
Love
working
it.
all the time.
Love it. So are you? I forget. Did you say are you from Philly originally or no?
No, so I'm from like Central Jersey Shore area. I New York was kind of like more my city growing up. I was a little bit closer to New York, and then I lived in Maryland and DC for like 7, 8 years for college, law school, and then my first job.
And did you fall in love with Philadelphia?
I did fall in love with Philadelphia. I love it. When I first moved here, I was honestly unsure. It like took a little bit of getting used to, but there's just like something very special about this city. Like the people are so like honest and neighborly and considerate towards each other. Like there's just a great kind of community, almost like small town vibe for a big city.
Totally.
So yeah, I'm obsessed. I love
Brotherly
Philly.
love. City of brotherly love.
Exactly.
I talked to Nick briefly about this, but I took a trip to Philadelphia because my buddy's an Eagles fan. We saw an Eagles game there,
Okay.
and we had a great time. I'll skip ahead. I asked him that this is the end of the podcast, but I'll ask you this now because it came up early. What's your favorite place to get a cheesesteak in Philly? This is probably a common question people ask you all the time, but
This is a common question. So I actually make a really good cheesesteak
that's a great
and
answer.
yeah. So I've like tried a few of the spots that are the popular ones and then I started making them for myself and my husband and now that's like my go-to.
That's
So,
awesome. That's awesome.
yeah.
Can you guess what he said?
Um, did he say Angelo's?
Did say Angelo's.
Ah,
Yes, that's a good business partner.
I
You
know
know
my
your
business
business partner.
partner.
That's awesome.
I love that.
It's funny. I was looking at Evolve, the website. So you guys run obviously a super cool gym, and it's funny you say like community because like you can see that all over your marketing. It's like community. Like and that's awesome. And especially being in a city like Philadelphia, that seems like you already have like something special to the city itself. So
Mhm.
and from talking to Kevin, like over Perform Better, you guys have run a cool gym there. But I saw you guys do the classes, the functional fitness classes, personal training, nutrition, and HYROX, which is a big thing that
Yes.
we want to talk about today. Um,
Mhm.
but I think you guys have do you have a sauna and ice bath too? Did I
We
see that?
do, yeah. Sauna, cold plunge, little recovery zone. So we're in like an old warehouse space in the city. But yeah, like about a year after we opened, Nick and our business partner Fairlane got the sauna cold plunge, and it was like a nice little add-on. So yeah,
I I think when I was there with my buddy last year, I think we almost came to Evolve because we were looking for a sauna cold plunge place.
that's
And
funny.
I reached out to a contact of mine, business acquaintance. He's also a PT, Nick. Last name starts with a P.
Oh, Perugini, I
Yes,
think.
yes.
Yeah. So I've not met him, but I've like heard of his name has come up. Like people have gone to him, who've gone to the gym, and I think Nick knows him pretty well. He like I've heard great things about him. So
And
yeah, that's cool.
and I was asking him, hey, like we're here in town, like we're going to drop into a gym, we're going to do like a sauna cold bath. He goes, oh, check out Evolve, and just
Love that.
we didn't, and the weekend got crazy, get away from us, but I was
Next
like, oh, this looks like a cool place. So it's funny just
time.
that it came around like that. Um, I think another quick connection, being in the Boston area, actually with my other podcast, I do the Road to Strength podcast. I podcasted with I meant to tell Nick that I completely forgot. Kelsey Keel. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
she was an athlete with you guys for a while too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah. Her and Nick were on a games team
Yeah,
together.
I completely forgot to tell him that when I was at the
Yeah,
podcast.
that's really funny. Yeah, they used to the team. So she like predominantly worked out at, and I think coached at another gym in Philly called Open Box Athletics, which is
Yes.
more like
Yep.
in South Philly. Another awesome gym, and occasionally the team would come work out at Evolve, which was always cool because
That's so awesome.
super fit people running around.
Very
So
cool.
yeah.
So I think you already kind of alluded to it a little bit, but was your first time participating in the functional fitness scene when you came to Evolve, or were you doing anything prior? No, yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah, it was. It's weird because like I became an owner of a functional fitness gym when I was still like pretty like learning everything.
Sure.
My husband worked out at a CrossFit gym in DC when we lived there and got super into it. When we moved to Philly, he was looking for like functional fitness, CrossFit, different kind of like similar style of workout in the area, and we lived right around the corner from Evolve. So he went. We also had and still have like a hybrid style class that's just more like boot camp, more geared towards HYROX now. So that was what I started with, and I was doing that for like 6 to 8 months probably, and then I switched to functional fitness, and yeah, just got super into it, fell in love.
Love it. Love it. So you mentioned you did sports previously, or you did what would you do?
Yeah, so I played soccer like my whole life growing up from when I was little until the end of high school. And then I've skied and snowboarded since I was like, I don't know, 4 years old or something.
Hey,
So those are kind of my main ones. Yeah. Still snowboard, no longer play soccer. I feel like I would just hurt my knees, but
fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah.
No, yeah, that's really cool. So you talked about it a little bit. So obviously, a big part is hence sign here. The big part of what we want to talk about today is the high rock scene, and high rocks obviously has exploded the past couple of years. How have you guys seen that change happen in your guys' gym?
Yeah, it's been huge for us. It's crazy to think about like a little more than 2 years ago, it wasn't really like something that we thought about or heard about as much, but we realized like shortly after I became an owner of Evolve, we just started hearing more about HYROX, like more people in Philly in the fitness scene getting really into it, and we realized that the space that we had, the equipment that we had, just like complemented that kind of training really well, and that we could offer something that we thought was like unique and special for the city, that people who were training for HYROX would like. So we actually started in like I guess it was last spring, so a little bit over a year ago. We had been just kind of talking about like we have all the equipment, we should start doing more HYROX type of training. We're kind of like thinking about affiliating, but did like hadn't started the process of looking into it. And then we ran with a local like HYROX ambassador at the time, and connected with Constantine. We ran like a simulated fitness race at Evolve. We weren't an affiliate at the time, but we were like, let's try this out
Sure. Yeah.
and see how it goes. And it was like so much fun and such a success and really cool. So after that, we affiliated, we launched like official HYROX classes, and we launched our HYROX simulation series, which is how we connected with Perform Better for our as our equipment
Gotcha.
sponsor for that this year. And it was just like such a cool thing because in addition to being able to offer a new kind of training, a new style of workout to our members, and to kind of incorporate something fun and exciting and that people are really into in our classes, we, with the sim series, were able to like bring in so many people who lived outside the city, who weren't in the Evolve community, but were going to come in for like a Sunday HYROX simulation and connect with a lot of those people and kind of join them on their HYROX journey. So like it's been a really cool thing for the business, for just like broadening the community. And it's just been really fun. Like the energy of that community is awesome. So
Yeah, I think like you mentioned earlier, like community is a big part of your gym and Philadelphia, but like the High Rocks themselves like built their brand off community as well. Like it's their community.
yeah,
It's, like to some degree, I know I saw a post the other day about like how is like because I think they're talking about like there's like investors in High Rocks now and how they're gonna and they're like oh how the valuation of this of High Rocks is crazy like and it's not even a brick and mortar business, it's a community based like event business just to show like what people value. So it's cool
yeah.
that it fits into your guys' like your mission and like your ethos like so well
Yeah,
for
no, it goes incredibly well. And like it's been such a cool thing to have people meet each other at our sim races and then connect when they go do an official High Rocks and just get together, support each other. Like it's just it's very infectious energy and like you kind of just see people come back again and again. And I think what's really cool is like it's when I went to High Rocks New York, there's so many people who are just doing it to try something new and challenge themselves. It's not like all these crazy elite athletes. It's like everyday people who are just experiencing kind of like the joy of fitness and doing something hard and celebrating that with other people rather than like, going out at night just to a bar or something. It's like a different kind of social gathering that I just feel like is so much fun.
Well, then, yeah, you made a good point too. Like even like locally, like within Philadelphia, you have people that are traveling from probably further than they would normally travel to come do one of your sims. And probably
Yeah,
have you had people travel like decently far for the sims too that you guys are putting on or
we actually have. Yeah, we had people from like DC, South Jersey come, a lot of
oh,
people like Delaware, a lot of the burbs of PA. So it's been cool because I have people email me sometimes. They're like, I'm driving an hour and a half for this. Like, yeah, it's crazy. And that's like, I mean, we put it in the HYROX newsletter, which goes out to like the whole region. I am constantly posting about it in the Facebook groups and stuff. So I feel like it has kind of caught some attention outside of the community, or people just like talk about it, which has been really cool because like otherwise I never would have met these people. They never would have come to my gym unless they were passing through, dropping in or something. So yeah, that's been awesome.
you guys are doing something pretty special there.
I like to think so. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's so rewarding, like what we love to do, and the reason why I got into Evolve and wanted to be an owner of the business is like sharing the kind of like joy of, I feel like I keep using this word, but like the joy of community through fitness, with as many people as possible. So planning our sims, and we do a lot of other community events, like has been just a really cool way to bring people in, make them feel special, give them a unique experience that's memorable and that makes them want to come back. So it's
Well,
been, yeah.
it's crazy too because like even right now I'm like I the Hyrox Boston is coming up in October and I missed the deadline for that. I'm like if anybody has any tickets, please let me know. Like shout out to the world right now, please. But
Yeah, seriously. Nick and I are actually doing HYROX
are
Boston.
you all right? So
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna be there regardless, so I'll probably see you guys there. But
Okay,
like
cool.
I
We'll
would
meet
love
in
to compete when I'm
person.
there.
You'll
uh,
see me probably like dying trying to keep up with a CrossFit Games athlete.
oh, you guys are partnering.
We're doing doubles, yeah. And
That's awesome.
I mean, he's like very excited to use a 14-pound wall ball. And he was like, after the games, I think I'm just gonna take a break from training for a while. So I was like, maybe you with 2 months of no training will be like on the same fitness level as me as a normal person who just works out. So
He's
we'll see.
incredible. Yeah, like I when I was just talking to him, he's like, yeah, every year I keep thinking this is gonna be my year I retire. But like I'm looking at his stats, I'm like, dude, you came in second in the world on in the
Yeah.
like
I feel like he just has been getting better. And he's literally been saying that like since I met him, he's like, this is my last year, I'm retiring. And then he goes back and just crushes it in the open and is like, well, I guess I'm gonna try to go to the games again.
it's like man, he's like it's I think it's tough to retire when you're like at your peak or like continuing to peak. So that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of the beauty of HYROX too, in many ways. Like when I did Boston last year, Matt Frazier was sponsoring it. The hard work pays off.
Yeah.
Like, were you there at Boston? Or did you see?
No, but I did see I think Hard Work Pays Off is sponsoring again this year, and I
Yeah.
saw that they were last year as well, and I thought that was cool.
So one of his things that he did was like, I don't know if it was some sort of like for charity or like some sort of like a raffle, but or he just picked somebody, but he picked a random person to do doubles with Matt Frazier. So Matt Frazier like
That's
did
really
doubles with
sweet.
somebody. So like so that is kind of the beauty of it. Like if with the high rock, like, you can have like two totally different levels, and like you guys work together and like
Yeah.
and you both have fun, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly. My husband and I jumped into our sim the last one that we had at Evolve. Usually I don't run the race because like I'm just busy running around doing all the organizational things, but we had like two people last minute who couldn't make it. So we had two spots open. So my husband and I took one and then Nick took another one. We were like, let's just get a workout in for the day. And it was so much fun. And for me, it was great because being with doubles, my husband was like, the weights for him were no problem. And we just were able to kind of split up the work and push each other on the run. And it was like, it was cool.
That's awesome. So you guys have run how many sims at this point?
At this point, seven. We have
Wow.
our, yeah, we had four in our official like simulation series last year. So what we do with the sim series is four races through the year. People can sign up for like any single race just to do it. But if you sign up for at least two races, you can be entered as a competitor. And competitors get a judge assigned the day of the race. They get an official time that is put into our system. And then at the end of the year, your average time is like your final score. And our winners, the people with the best average time at the end of the year, last year we do like a grand cash prize.
Wow.
And then they did, which last year was really cool. It was, and we have them as a sponsor again this year, but Lululemon like powered the whole series. So they did, like they outfitted every athlete for our first race of the series, and then they did for the winners like a private outfitting experience where like me and all the winners went to the store and the winners all got to like pick out an outfit from Lulu and we like took pictures and stuff and it was really cool. So that's our series, and then we did like the one pilot race this year where we've now done two races in our series, and then we have another race that we're collaborating with another gym up in Philly this weekend. And then we have one more in August and one more in October. So it's like lots of high rocks.
Is one of those the Youngstars event?
Yes, so Youngstars is this weekend, July 11th. We are working with a gym called the Newtown Athletic Club up in Newtown, PA. They had reached out. Nick works out there when he's not down at Evolve since he lives up in Bucks County. So he connected with some people over there. They reached out about wanting to host a sim, and we went over there. They have like this awesome sports and event space. So it's like a huge kind of indoor turf field basically,
Sweet.
um, and allowed us a lot more space and like a lot more capacity to race more people than we can at Evolve. And they have a big kids program there. So we were like, let's try out a Youngstars
Perfect.
sim and see how it goes. Yeah. So this will be our first one on Saturday, and I'm excited to see the kids.
And I asked him partially just for promotion. I'm like, hey, is it too late if somebody's listening to sign up? He goes, yeah, it's too late.
Yeah. Heat
Yeah,
schedules are out. Everybody's ready to go Saturday. I think I would die if I had more people sign up right
that's a good
now.
problem to have, though. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was very popular.
Yeah, it's good. We have 208 people racing
My
on Saturday, I think.
God.
So yeah, it's a
Sweet.
lot. We basically do heats every 12 minutes. um, starting at 8 a.m. until we're done. So it'll be almost a full day.
So talk me through that because I don't think a lot of people really understand like what goes into planning an event like that. Like that's a lot for that many people. Like so I mean as far as just like the facility and the day to day, like how did the planning for that go?
Yeah, it's a lot. So at Evolve, it's kind of worked well because like our very first sim we did at Evolve, I think we had like 45 people.
Which is
And
still a lot.
everyone since, it was still a lot. Yeah, everyone since has kind of grown. Last year, after every race, I did like a post-event survey where I would get feedback from everybody who came and then incorporate it into the next one. And we generally now have between like 75 and like 110 people at our Evolve Sims, which is a lot for like the space that we have, and a very long day. The NAC one is the biggest one that we're doing. And I think it worked well because we were kind of like slowly scaled up with every event we did at Evolve, and now this is going to be the biggest one. But beforehand, so before the very first one, when I started to like get the idea to plan it, I reached out to a gym that the gym that my husband actually used to go to when we lived in DC because I was like on their newsletter and I saw that they had a HYROX sim. So I DM'd one of the coaches there. It was CrossFit Invictus down in DC.
Cool. Okay.
And they were like so nice. I got on a call with them. I just like asked them how they ran it and they gave me some super helpful advice. So I feel like that gave me kind of like an idea of what it should look like and the
Sure.
logistical things that went into it. But like it's just so much coordination because you have to figure out like how much equipment do I have? Like how do I prevent backups, especially with sleds?
Right.
Like sleds are big, the turf space is big. So that was kind of the biggest limitation. So we realized from the beginning that we could run like two sled lanes at a time for push and pull. So we were like, we'll do heats of just two people kicking off every 12 minutes. Nick and I, one Sunday morning, went to the gym, started 12 minutes apart, and just ran a HYROX to see how the flow would work.
If
I thought
you
we were gonna do like the first 20 minutes of a HYROX, but we did a full HYROX. Like it was very unexpected. I was
good
not
for you
wearing the
guys.
right kind of shoes. It was crazy. But that was like how we tested it and realized that 12 minutes was kind of the sweet spot. So after that, like we did a ton of marketing, we put it on the HYROX newsletter, we just like started pushing a lot of partnerships, reaching out to our partners at like Lululemon and other companies that we have worked with to try to make it like something special, and more of an event and something that would people would feel like special when they came in and excited to get some cool product and like feel like a real athlete. So that was a big part of it. And then logistically, it's just like before every race, I have like my massive list of everyone registered for it. I get a ton of requests about like, I want to race at this time. I can't race after this time. So I'm like trying to coordinate everyone's schedules, make sure that like the equipment is lined up with the divisions that are racing at specific times and that there's not going to be overlaps. I collect like people's estimated finish times to try to make sure that they're going to be racing at a time where they're not like interfering with someone who's like super fast or taking their time. So yeah, just a lot of logistics, a lot of like operational considerations. But I feel like I kind of have it down now. Like I have a lot of spreadsheets. I do
That's
a
awesome.
lot of communication. Like I feel like communication is key. Like I'm like a big planner, so I just try to think of like every possible detail and like write it down and have a lot of resources available for the athletes. I feel like I'm going on and on, so tell me if I
No,
should
this is. I
stop.
mean,
But
it's fascinating for me because like we've done some like smaller events at local gyms and stuff like that, and I'm just like, and we've done some like eight station fitness
okay, yeah.
and like those were exactly the things that I was like, all right, how do I prevent people getting all clogged up in one station, or how do I prevent this? But no, for me, it's fascinating.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think so too. Like it's really fun to try to like coordinate all of it and just in the beginning too, like after we did our kind of like pilot race, which was just for fun. We didn't have any like judges or scoring or anything for it. But then once we decided to affiliate with HYROX and do like this official series, it required a lot more thought on like how are we going to judge people? How are we going to like make sure that everyone is like being held to the same standards and things like that? How are we going to provide a briefing to athletes who are racing at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Because like our first race, we did a 7 a.m. briefing, and then there were people sitting around for like 4 hours.
Right,
So we
right.
had to kind of like think about a lot of ways to solve logistical things like that. And I feel like each race we're able to just like make it better and better, especially with feedback from the athletes, because like that's so helpful.
Now you guys are a well-oiled machine.
Honestly, yeah, it's kind of crazy. They just like every time now, no, no, I'm like jinxing myself. Hopefully something doesn't go wrong, but every race has been like so smooth to the point where with the last one, I was like actually able to run in it, which was cool. So
Nice. That's unheard of actually for like a race director to like participate.
yeah,
That's
yeah. I mean, it helps to have like Nick, obviously, our head coach Lewis, our staff, our volunteers, like people are just so helpful. So and we have I don't know if Kevin mentioned this, but Marissa Rodna, who is an actual Hyrox race director, has it works out at Evolve, has been a member forever and has been like helping me a lot with the Sims this year. So having her there was hugely helpful. So I'm not just running around.
and that's cool too because like the fact you guys give cash prizes is also very impressive, and because also because that makes you have to make the race like extremely legitimate because like if things are like wishy-washy like oh no that's fine or
Yeah.
the people who are winning cash prizes are probably like what like I've seen that at local events too where like if you're kind of like I don't know letting certain things go or even if it's supposed to be a friendly event like people are like hey what the hell like I should have been in second place not third place it's like oh geez.
Yeah, no, that's definitely it's huge. And especially it being a series where it's like 4 races across the series, like everyone has to be consistent. So even if there's something like we last year there were like I had since we're in the gym, I had it the floor measured out so that you had to do like passes back and forth of farmers and lunges and burpees. And last year, the way I had the floor measured, it was like 26 passes for farmers carried for to get 200 meters. And I quickly realized that that's like really annoying for people to walk back and forth that much.
Sure,
And
sure.
like it was fine, like it worked very well, but I wasn't able to I didn't I was like I'm not going to change it midway through the series because like I
Right.
want someone who raced in the first one to have the same exact experience as a competitor that did like the second and third. So those were things that I just like made a note of and changed this year. But yeah, it's like across races and everything, across volunteers, judges.
Because that's something you hear at the like cross High Rocks New York people versus like like oh the transition area was really so people really are looking for consistency as much as they can for these races.
Yeah,
Like oh New York was outside it was super hot or like I
it's
forget like
really hot.
Boston had weird like transition areas or like everyone always has something that could like I complain about for different races so like so that's great you try to keep that consistency across them.
Yeah, yeah, it's been good. And it's like to that point too, I like having the just for fun that we call it our just for fun option. It's like for people who are just doing a single race, they don't care about being judged, getting an official time. Um, like they still do the same race as the competitors, but for them it's like no pressure. It's just, they're coming in, they're keeping track of their own time and having a good time. So it's like a nice balance where we have like something that we feel like is very fair and like consistent for people who are competing, but then also like an experience that's like a little bit more low pressure for people who are like, I just want to try this and see how
No,
they do.
totally, because yeah, you were talking about that earlier too. Like, especially like your day to day with your gym, you've probably found that or have you found that like a lot of people are like maybe not even interested in going and doing an actual race. They're just like, no, I just like the fitness part of it, I like the community part of it.
Yeah.
I like the workouts.
Yeah, no, exactly. Because like we have a lot of members who take our High Rocks classes, and like they're probably not someone who would sign up for an official High Rocks. We have a lot of people who do the Sims, but I have found that like a number of our people, once they do the sim, they're like, oh, that was kind of fun. I kind of want to sign up for a real one. So like people get, and even for us too, like being a functional fitness gym and a majority of our members being functional fitness people, like I think there was a little bit of a resistance to HYROX in the beginning. They were like, oh, I'm not doing that. Like I don't, they just had kind of a different view of it. But as
Yeah,
we've like continued to host these, they're like, oh, that looks kind of fun. I'm gonna try it out. So
yeah. Yeah, I feel like a lot of uh people who are in that scene are like oh like it's just I could do that workout on a Tuesday or like some people are like that. And it's like
yeah.
oh it's
I
a
mean,
hard workout like
yeah, it's really hard. Like, so I did New York solo, and I still like I train through our class programming. I've never been like, I mean, when I played soccer, I guess I ran a lot, but I've never been just like a runner. I don't really enjoy just running distance outside. So I was like, I want to see how I do in a solo high rocks without being like a person who trains running all the time. And I found, and I feel like a lot of people who do more like functional fitness or CrossFit or like more strength training types of workouts, like the stations feel easy, but you're like kind of shocked at how
yeah
hard the running is because like
yeah
it's a lot of
probably.
running. Yeah.
No, totally. Yeah, it's funny you said that too. Me and Kevin actually went and did a High Rocks class recently, like a week or two ago, and we're talking to just some of the people in the class, like did the class regularly. There was like I mean, a couple younger, fitter people, athletes, and there were a couple it was like a 7 a.m. class, a couple like older ladies, and we're asking like, oh, how do you, they're like, oh, we love the class, we love the gym, we love the coaches here. I'm like, oh, you think about ever doing a race? Nah, we're happy with this. I'm like, all right. I mean, everybody has
Yeah,
something
to
they want
each their own, you know? But like I will say, plug for it, like I
yeah,
had so much fun in New York. The energy was
totally,
just so cool.
totally.
Like the vibe was amazing. I would tell everybody to sign up for one just to try it now.
I agree. Yeah, and as some people, it's just like, hey, it's a bucket list item. Like, hey, like I just want to do the thing to finish it. That's cool too. Like the events are awesome.
100%. To do anything like that is impressive. Like so many people couldn't even think of doing something like that. So it's really cool that like for anybody to go do it, even if it's going to take you like 3 hours or 5 hours or whatever. I don't know.
100%. Yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully, I will compete next to you guys in Boston. Hopefully, I'll get a ticket to go up there. That'll be
Yeah,
my
that would be awesome.
um.
Fingers crossed.
Yes. All right, so we'll start to. I have a couple last wrap up questions for you.
Okay.
One, I want to ask another Philadelphia question. So, I'm
Okay.
Eagles fan? Yeah.
Yes, like so I never was a NFL, like I never really watched football. But when I moved to Philly, I was like, I'm gonna be an Eagles fan. Like
I feel like
I
you
need to
have
have a team.
to.
And yeah, and it's just very infectious here. So like yes, but relatively I would say new Eagles fan. Like I put on all the games on Sunday now when I'm home. Like
So you must have a favorite player. Who's your favorite player?
mm, I mean, I love Saquon Barkley.
Love it. Yeah, nice. He's
I
a
feel like
good.
everyone does. That's like
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember when we were driving back from Philly on the as because we're coming from Boston area, we're in Providence, Rhode Island, and coming on 95. I keep seeing like Saquon's got like all the
He's
billboards
everywhere. It's
from like
crazy.
here to Boston, and I'm like, wait a second, we are driving through New York too. I wonder if they just like kept him unbranded on the billboard and just kept he played for the Giants prior. I'm like, I wonder
Yeah.
if he was just like, all right, no, we'll just keep him on there. He's
Yeah, we'll just keep him.
everybody loves
Yeah,
Saquon.
I know. I mean, this past season, like, so I kind of like got a little bit into sports betting this year too. So I was like,
Nice, nice.
just for fun, like I
Yeah,
placed $2 bets with
cool. Yeah,
insane parlays that I could win like ridiculous amounts of money for, and I never do.
love it. It's
But
exciting.
I was always betting. I would always have Saquon scoring a touchdown in my parlays, and I feel like this season it was just rough for him. Like people were, the defense of every other team was just all over Saquon because he's so good.
Right. That's always the tough part. Like same thing with like AJ Brown is like, oh, he's so good, then all of a sudden the defense just which he is now playing for the Pats. So maybe he'll be
I know, sad.
maybe he'll be insane this year. But hopefully,
Yeah,
you
no.
guys got Jalen Brown from the Celtics at 76ers. So that's a fresh wound for us for basketball.
I'm like not a basketball person at
That's
all.
that's he was like one of our best players, but and we
Oh,
gave away
that's
for
sad.
nothing. But
Sad for you
so
guys.
that was my big question. Who's your favorite player? So second question, I'm gonna relate this to the billboard. I asked the same question to Nick. So you get one of Saquon's billboards for the day. This is a Tim Ferriss question at one other podcaster. So basically, you get that billboard for the day. You can put anything you want on it. Typically, it'll be something to like maybe promote your gym, or maybe a favorite quote, maybe something to say to your community. And I'm putting you on the spot here because you have like 10 seconds to think. But
That's so
well,
hard.
you get the billboard for 24 hours. What are you gonna put on it?
Do it now.
Do it
That's
now.
like my philosophy. Yeah, if you want to do, I actually saw this on like an Instagram video of another podcast, so I can't take credit for it, but
Right?
I saw it early on in being a business owner, and the philosophy like changed my life. It's like if you get an idea and you want to do something, do it now.
Love
So,
that. Take action.
yeah, join the gym, try a new workout, do a high rocks, become a business owner, make a high rock simulation series, whatever. Yeah, do it now.
Love it. That's great. I think that's a great mantra to go by. Do it now. Come to Evolve. Come to Evolve Fitness.
Exactly. Yes. Join Evolve Fitness.
Yes. Very cool. Awesome. Well, Abby, it was great to chat with you. I'm still fascinated by the legitimacy of like the high rock sims that you guys run. That's really really cool.
Thanks.
And
Like, come to
probably
Philly sometime. Do
yes,
one.
I'm
Make
sure we.
cheesesteak.
I'm sure Kevin will drag me down there, or my buddy who's a Eagles fan, or I'll probably see you guys in Boston during High Rocks Boston in October.
For sure.
Cool, awesome. All right, Rock Slab signing off.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks.